Is today point what is inflation? Inflation is the provide to be the price the rising the time of the especially clearly the measures as the increasing the giving the basket of the goods of the service price. This is the goods and the service are the taken to the parent represents the entire the economy. The inflation is also the going up in the cost of the average price of the goods and service as the measured by the CPI or the consumer price index. The opposite in the inflation is the known as the deflection turn out or to be the falling of the base level of the price, the point that separate the two from each other. Both the deflation and the inflation is the pricing the stability or no charge in the cost of the good and service. Inflation has the almost everything to do with is the amount of the money available. It is the inextricably tied uh, to the money the supply. This is the gives rise to the popularly the markets the observation that is the inflation is the actually in the exclusive number of the dollar chasing to the small the quantity of the goods uh, com- comprehending the way this is the works is the eraser when the considering in the examples. Prepare for is the moment that is the world the purchases only to the commodity orange that is the are the grapes from the rails tree and the paper money the created by the government is the resistance where is the rain is the limited and the orange are the result that is the cost of the orange should go up. This is because some number of the printed the dollar would be the competing for a smaller number of oranges. On the other is the hands, if is the bumper crops of the orange are the screen since then the cost of the orange the should signs of the seller orange of the no choice of the but is the cut of the prices or to the sale of there is a large inventory of the oranges. These are two the examples illustrated the inflation in the former and the deflation in the theater of the main the difference the between the real world and this is the examples is that is the inflation measures changes is the price of the moment on the average of the many or the all the goods and service and the not the simply one. The quantity of the money is the and the economically say similarly of the in fact of the amount of the inflation of the present as any the given of the time should be government. In the examples above the use to the print the in enormous the moments of the money. These are there will be the many or dollar of the relatively the contact the number of the oranges as the in the lack of the rent the scenario. Also the inflation created by the number of the dollars going to the against the quantities of the orange the that is the exist of the overall goods and the service existing the deflation as the opposition opposite opposite of the inflation would be the number of the dollars dropping the compared to the quantity of is the oranges available because of this is the level the inflation result from of the different factors that is the often works the together in the combination. The demand for the money could drop the supply of many could expand the available supply of the various other the goods match the line. Finally the demanded for other good increases. Even through this is the four factor do work in the correlation of the economists said that the inflation of the mostly the currency driven the event. This is the means that in the west majority of the cases it is the result of the from the governments the tempering the which is the money of the supply. The generally they do this by the over printing their down currency to have the money to pay for the spending, result in higher inflation. Thank you for watching my video.